Hello, I'm Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and welcome back to my official channel.
Hi, if you've forgotten, I'm Jacqueline from the YouTube channel B&B News and Spoilers. Welcome back to my channel. I am absolutely buzzing with excitement to reveal the latest spoilers for you guys today. We are going to dive into the disastrous Hope Logan fashion launch, a shocking diamond reveal, and a violent family showdown that changes everything. Let's get into it. I am literally shaking as I type this. I cannot believe they went there. Seriously, I am sitting here late at night staring at my screen, rewinding the end of this episode over and over again because my brain cannot process what Dollar Bill Spencer just did on live television. I mean, we all knew the Logan versus Forrester war was going to get messy. We knew it. But this was an absolute bloodbath. And I am entirely here for it, but also completely traumatized for Wyatt. If you have been watching this show as long as I have, and I've been glued to my screen since 2015, you know that Bill has a toxic streak, a mile wide, but punching his own son on a brightly lit runway in front of the entire Los Angeles press corps, that is a whole new level of unhinged, even for him. I need to vent about this because I feel like my heart is still pounding out of my chest. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, back to the point. Let's set the scene because the build-up was absolute cinematic perfection. We have the highly anticipated Hope Logan launch. Katie and Hope have been sneaking around, plotting this massive debut right under the Forresters' noses. They literally rushed the production to drop the exact same time as Eric's Couture collection to steal their thunder. The audacity. And I was kind of rooting for them, you know? Like, you go, girl. Stick it to Steffi. The runway is gorgeous. The lights are flashing. The press is eating out of the palms of their hands. Hope was wearing this stunning ethereal gown that perfectly captured her brand, and the lighting was bouncing off the sequins like magic. Hope is standing there looking like a nervous but triumphant angel, and Katie is glowing with this smug, victorious energy. It was supposed to be their ultimate win. The moment they stepped out of the Forrester shadow forever, but then Dollar Bill Spencer has to make it about his ego because, of course, he does. He struts out onto that stage like he owns the universe. He isn't just satisfied with Logan having a successful fashion show. He wants to humiliate Ridge and Steffi. So he brings out the ultimate weapon, the $100 million Hope for the Future diamond. He holds it up. The cameras go crazy. The flashes are blinding. He's giving this pompous speech about legacy and power and how Logan is the new king of the fashion world. And for a second, you really believe it. You look at Wyatt in the background, sweating bullets, because we all know Wyatt only gave Bill a replica. Wyatt has been terrified of this exact scenario, but Bill pressured him, coerced him, and basically bullied him into handing over the rock. And then the absolute masterstroke. The Queen Steffi Forrester strikes. Am I the only one who literally screamed at the television when this happened? Because Steffi didn't just crash the party like Brooke and Ridge usually do. No, she played 4D chess. Steffi has pulled some crazy stunts before, but planting a mole in the press, that is next level corporate warfare. Steffi planted a world-renowned gemologist right there in the front row of the press pit, just sitting there waiting. And right when Bill is at the peak of his arrogant monologue, holding this supposed $100 million diamond up to the light, the gemologist stands up. He doesn't just whisper, he projects his voice so every single microphone catches it. He publicly, loudly, and scientifically exposes the diamond as a cheap, worthless fake, a replica, a piece of shiny glass. The gasp that left my body. I mean, you could hear a pin drop in that room before the absolute chaos erupted. The crowd goes wild. The reporters start shouting questions. Cameras are flashing a million miles a minute, documenting the exact second the great Bill Spencer is exposed as a fraud. And the Forresters? Oh my God, the Forresters. Steffi is standing there watching with this look of absolute, unadulterated triumph. She didn't even have to lift a finger on stage. She just let Bill hang himself with his own ego. It was magnificent. I know some people are loving this, but personally, I felt physically sick for Hope. Her name is on this line. The Hope Logan brand was just born, and within 3 seconds, its reputation completely collapsed. It's tainted. It's a joke. But the PR disaster isn't even the worst part, because when Bill Spencer is humiliated, he doesn't just get embarrassed. He gets violent. He gets vicious. You could see the realization dawn on his face. The vein in his forehead was popping. He turns around and his eyes lock onto Wyatt. Poor, stressed out, loyal Wyatt, who only came back to Los Angeles because Bill begged and manipulated him into joining the family company. Wyatt, who has been trying so hard to just be a good son and navigate this impossible family dynamic. And Bill just snapped. He lunges right there on the runway in front of Vogue, in front of the LA Times, in front of Steffi, Ridge, Katie, and Hope. Bill draws back his fist and delivers a devastating bone-crushing punch right to Wyatt's jaw. Wham. I literally jumped off my couch. He punched his own son on a fashion runway. Wyatt goes down hard. He just collapses onto the sleek runway floor, completely stunned, holding his face. The sheer brutality of it was shocking. We've seen Bill be a monster before, but this was visceral. This was public. This was unforgivable. And Bill doesn't stop there. He's standing over Wyatt, roaring like a wounded animal. He screams at the top of his lungs that Wyatt betrayed him. He accuses Wyatt of handing him a cheap replica to protect his own selfish interests, humiliating the Spencer name in the process. He is spitting venom, completely ignoring the fact that there are 50 cameras recording every single syllable. He is so blinded by his own wounded pride that he is willing to destroy his son's life and dignity in front of the entire world. I am sorry, but can we talk about Katie and Hope's reactions for a second? Katie looked like she was going to vomit. She was standing there in sheer terror, watching the man she loves, the man who is supposed to be the financial and emotional rock of her new company, turn into a raging abuser on her runway. And Hope looked completely broken. She gave up everything for this. She lied to her mother. She betrayed Forrester Creations. She risked her entire career to start fresh at Logan, and her big debut will forever be remembered as the night Dollar Bill punched his son over a fake diamond. The Hope Logan line is dead on arrival. I've been thinking about the history here, and it just makes me so mad. Remember when Bill blew up the Spectra building with Liam inside? Remember when he faked a terminal illness? Bill has always put his ego above his children. Wyatt has bent over backwards for this man. Wyatt left town for 2 years, finally came back, pitched a great jewelry line with Shauna, and just wanted to be part of the family. And how does Bill repay him? By coercing him into a diamond heist and then physically assaulting him when the impossible plan falls apart. It's disgusting. I am so furious with Bill right now, I can barely see straight. And what about Wyatt? My heart bleeds for him. He was lying there on the stage looking up at his father with this expression of absolute shock and betrayal. You could see the exact moment a piece of Wyatt's soul died. He realized that to Bill, he isn't a son. He's an asset. He's a pawn. And when the pawn doesn't perform, it gets discarded violently. I really hope Wyatt gets up from that floor, walks straight over to Steffi Forrester, and offers his services. Could you imagine Wyatt joining Forrester Creations just to spite Bill? I would be screaming. But seriously, Steffi is a savage for this. I have to hand it to her. I am usually Team Logan when Steffi gets too high and mighty, but this was a tactical nuke. She knew Bill couldn't resist showing off. She knew the diamond was the centerpiece of his PR strategy. She found the weak point and she exploited it with surgical precision. Ridge must be so proud. And honestly, Brooke is probably going to use this as ammunition against Katie. Brooke is going to march in there and say, I told you so. I told you Bill was a monster and Logan was a mistake. The fallout from this is going to be apocalyptic. There's no PR spin that fixes a CEO assaulting his son on a runway after being exposed for peddling fake jewels. The Spencer publication stock is going to plummet. Katie's investors are going to flee. And Hope is going to have to crawl back to Steffi and beg for her job back. And Steffi is going to make her grovel. I am dreading it, but I am also grabbing my popcorn because this is peak soap opera drama. I just keep replaying the punch, the sound of it, the way the cameras flash right as Bill's fist connected. It's going to be on the front page of every tabloid. Dollar Bill's cheap shot, Spencer's fake diamond, real violence. The headlines write themselves. And Will, poor Will, he already felt guilty about keeping secrets from Electra, and now he has to watch his father beat up his older brother. Will is going to be traumatized. This family is completely shattered, and it's all because Bill Spencer cannot handle losing to the Forresters. I honestly don't know where they go from here. Does Wyatt press charges? Because he absolutely should. Assault is assault, even if it's your dad. And what about Shauna? Shauna is back in town, and she is not going to take kindly to seeing her daughter's ex and her current business partner getting abused. Shauna might just go full Vegas on Bill, and I would pay good money to see that. This storyline has so many layers, and the writers are absolutely delivering right now. I know some people are going to say Wyatt deserved it for lying about the diamond, but just know, Wyatt was backed into a corner. Bill demanded the impossible. Wyatt tried to protect the real diamond, or maybe he didn't even have it. We still don't know the full truth about where the real $100 million rock is, but violence is never the answer, and Bill crossed a line that he can never, ever uncross. The Spencer family is dead to me right now. Team Wyatt all the way. Okay, I need to calm down and breathe. But this is exactly why we watch, right? The drama, the betrayal, the absolute shock value. B&B is firing on all cylinders, and I am going to be glued to my screen for the rest of the week to see how Katie and Hope try to salvage this absolute dumpster fire. Will Logan survive? Will Wyatt forgive Bill? Probably not, and I hope he doesn't. Let me know in the comments if you are as outraged as I am. That plot was incredibly dramatic, wasn't it? Thank you so much for watching and reading along with me. Remember, I'm Jacqueline, and I hope you all have a truly wonderful day. See you next time.
Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next videos. Please subscribe to my channel to see the latest videos.